are you?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
What are you doing here?
Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
That's not the only reason.
The other reason was the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. And once I arrived, I felt it was necessary to stay, to protect what was left.
People left?
Much had been taken from the Enclave, both by raiders and others. I wished to preserve what I could.
What others?
Many artifacts were taken from the Enclave, but these thefts, they had to have been done by someone who knew the Enclave well. I suspect the Jedi themselves took the holocrons and records, but I do not know why.
You mentioned holocrons.
Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It is almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to plunder what remains of the Jedi, and even the Sith. More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their history.
Why is that?
Much has been forgotten in recent wars, and I fear that greater troubles shall stem from that loss of knowledge in the future. The destruction of the Academy on Ossus near the Kron Drift in the Sith War, the teachings of Master Arca, the adventures of Jolie Bindo on the Rimward missions. All of these things are in danger of being lost forever. What else would you like to know?
Do you know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
But Jedi have protected the galaxy for centuries. They seek peace, often through sacrifice.
Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy, and that is a frightening thing indeed.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things, and they are supposed to train students responsibly and well so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have, but you know this.
What do you mean?
Many Jedi defied the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
You blame the Jedi who turned, or the Council?
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed, something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
Revan and Malik would have received the same training as I did.
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Go on.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malik, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malik. Perhaps in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions.
Do you know who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order. What else would you like to know?
Why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim.
And Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Why are the Jedi Order important?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role. What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the Republic.
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time.
What happened?
The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that Malak and Revan amassed against us seemed limitless. Many worlds were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and the Republic fleet was almost decimated. It was almost the end. But at that last year, the year before Revan vanished, Revan's assault on the Republic stopped. No one knows why. But it was all that saved the Republic. The fleet the Sith had amassed was no more, and the remaining Sith turned on each other, destroying the Academy on Korriban. It did not matter. Revan had already won.
What do you mean?
The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. In time, the Republic might recover, but if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, then the Republic will collapse. What else would you like to know?
You look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
You mentioned holocrons.
Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It was almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine, more so...
I think we already talked to him about that.
What else would you like to know?
Alright. It's not my reason that it keeps showing up as that first one there, but...
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
Because I have a force bond I need severed.
A force bond? What do you mean?
I have a connection with another that could be lethal to us both.
I'm not sure I understand.
I have a bond with another that transmits pain across distances. If she suffers, I suffer. If she dies, there's a chance I'll die too. You were thinking of something. Tell me.
No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave.
What do you remember about the bonds?
I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
Is such a bond ever lethal?
I've never heard of a bond being lethal. I suppose such a thing is possible. I had not truly believed Bastila's battle meditation until I had seen it in action.
Where would the holocrons be?
I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
Cool. We would welcome your company. Oh, sweet. Let's bring him along. And keep this house. Along with... But, since pretty much I'm a female in this game, pretty much we get the disciple, and then if we were actually a male, we would get the handmaiden, Telos, as our companion instead of the disciple. Interesting. Interesting. Like how the game pretty much decides to state that. This datapad contains orders from Azkul, the leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. Rook has been wandered into the Enclave alone. You will take a full squad and then capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to our nook in the Kinrath Caves to await transport to Nar Shaddaa. You will fetch a fine bounty. So, pretty much now know where good old Master Rook is pretty much out. Let's see here. Suppose we should probably level him up. Level him up a little bit. Does he have any weapons? We can have him do. Yeah, fortunately, he doesn't have the prerequisites to equip such weapons. But let's see. Let's give him that. And give him some shields. Powering plant. Then suppose it doesn't really matter. Let's give him that. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter that much, but continue on. That here. Period terminal. That's successful. Okay, guess not. Okay, can't really do that either. That's pretty much messed up also. So, pretty much like the last one. Let's give it about 10 seconds to get out. These will about to explode. I did not really plan on that happening, but that kind of hurt. Almost a big one too.